This is 7 National News, and in our top story. The UAE Cabinet, chaired by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, has approved the federal government budget estimated at 48.557 billion dirhams with zero deficit. During the meeting at the Presidential Palace on Sunday, they also discussed other government affairs and adopted a number of decrees. Sheikh Mohammed said the UAE government strategies are following the direction of the President, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, to utilize all resources to ensure the happiness of the Emirati people, as well as strengthen the image of the country. More than 50% of the 2016 federal government budget has been allocated in the sectors of education at 21.2%, social development at 15.5%, public services 11.1% and health at 7.9%. The budget has also allocated amounts for other sectors such as defense, housing, public safety, economic environment and culture. And following directions from President His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan and Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, the UAE has formally submitted its intended nationally determined contribution and outline of what actions the UAE aims to take to combat climate change to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. The UAE Cabinet endorsed the proposed climate action plan during its meeting on Sunday. The country's national target to generate 24% of its electricity from clean energy sources by 2021 reinforces its contribution to climate action. In advance of the 21st session of the parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, COP21, in Paris this December, governments have agreed to submit INDC plans detailing the actions they intend to take to limit greenhouse emissions and to adapt to the impacts of climate change. During COP21, leaders from the world's 193 countries are expected to finalize a new global climate change agreement, which will set a framework for international efforts to combat climate change. The new agreement will be the accumulation of negotiations since 2011 that will help reinforce and build on national actions to fight climate change. The Arab Reading Challenge project that was launched recently by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, has received a donation pledge of 1 million books. A memorandum of understanding that facilitates this donation by the Court of the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior to UAE schools was signed in the presence of Sheikh Mohammed, Lieutenant General Sheikh Saif bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Interior, and Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Presidential Affairs. The donation will be carried out by the Khalifa Student Empowerment Program and supports the Arab Reading Challenge, the biggest project in the Arab world to encourage reading among Arab students. The project aims to inspire 1 million students to read 50 million books during their academic year and aims to encourage reading among students through an integrated supervision system and offers cash prizes to encourage students, schools, families and supervisors from the entire Arab world. The project offers a total prize money of $3 million. Universal access to energy should be viewed as the first step towards eradicating poverty. That's according to the international development experts speaking during the 4th International Off-Grid Lighting Conference and Exhibition. Dubai is playing host to the 4-day conference for the first time, where over 450 delegates are expected to lead discussions on sustainable lighting solutions and providing clean and modern energy to more than 1.3 billion people living without access to electricity. While delivering his keynote address to open the conference, the UK Minister of State for the Department of International Development, Right Honourable Grant Shapps, stated that now is the right time for energy companies to provide sustainable energy solutions to those households in rural areas. While discussing their recently launched campaign, Energy Africa, Minister Shapps stated that they aim to achieve energy access for the African countries by 2030. It was added that solar-powered house electrification units that use easy payment solutions can support the energy needs at a reduced cost. According to the data by World Bank, 15.1 million solar lighting and electrification products have been sold to date, reaching 66 million people.
The idea is to develop this and deliver it commercially. So we see here today, actually, at this exhibition, a lot of companies with really innovative products, and they're getting out there into the marketplaces. Some of the most remote, distant places on Earth, remote villages, which will never see an electricity grid, and these companies are working out their own distribution networks. So that might be going through some, existing distribution channels. For example, local suppliers who supply other products. It could be supplying the diesel or the kerosene. Instead, we'll supply the solar equipment. There are all sorts of different routes to market, as it were. But the important thing is, it's not like traditional aid. This is getting the market to work, people paying for the power, and therefore companies coming in and delivering it. It's by far and away the fastest way to get electricity to everybody. At the moment, if we do what we're doing at the moment, Africa won't have electricity everywhere till 2080. It's too long. We want to deliver it in the next 15 years, and that's what Energy Africa is all about.
The products that are sort of supplying this sector, the distributed renewable energies, they're available now. They're immediately deployable and widely affordable. So from that perspective, especially with a couple key enablers in place, we think we can get there much, much faster than waiting the 5 to 10 years it takes to build a power plant or extend a grid line.
Organised by the Global Off-Grid Lighting Association, the 4-day conference is expected to hear discussions on improving distribution network as well as governance of the sector. With increasing political momentum, organisers believe the conference should provide the right expertise for supporting startups and SMEs to play a role in the new market.
The market has been picking that up, investors have been picking that up, and what we see here now is the fourth conference of this sector that has been emerging over the last decade or so, and what is now becoming here in Dubai really in the next stage a more commercial market and really growing up. We'll expect many more companies to make announcements of investments they are realizing or new products they are launching. Over the last year already saw quite a number of companies getting investments of $20 million or higher. For our sector, that's real significant investments. More players are joining that kind of investment, and I think we'll hear more of announcements of that in this space.
In other news, National Day and Martyrs Day holidays have been announced for ministries and federal departments. According to a circular issued by the Federal Authority for Government Human Resources, the National Day and Martyrs Day holidays for employees of ministries and federal government departments will begin on Tuesday, 1st of December, with work resuming on Sunday, the 6th of December. More than 400 villas are planned for UAE nationals in a beachfront community development in Gharbia, the western region of Abu Dhabi Emirates. The residential neighbourhood in Mirfa Beach, which lies on a stretch of coastline of 160 kilometres west of Abu Dhabi City, will be a complete sustainable community offering a wide range of amenities, including parks, shops, mosques and a public corniche. The Abu Dhabi Urban Planning Council was responsible for master planning the project in line with the key principles of Plan Al Gharbia 2030, the strategic framework plan that outlines the physical development of the approximately 35,000 square kilometres region. The Mirfa Beach Master Plan, which includes 410 villas and all of the infrastructure and community facilities, will be constructed by Abu Dhabi General Services company Musanada, working in coordination with the Abu Dhabi Housing Authority. And finally, in the bulletin, top sailors from around the world have arrived in Abu Dhabi to compete in the second edition of the prestigious ISAF Sailing World Cup final regattas, to be held in the capital this week with a mix of traditional sailing and kiteboarding events. At a press conference held at the Abu Dhabi Sailing and Yacht Club, organisers revealed that the 4 days of intense competitions for the world title will include 10 Olympic events as well as an open kiteboarding event. Commenting on the venue for the World Cup finals, ISAF officials stated that the UAE has established itself as a truly world-class sailing venue, and they are confident that with just 20 boats in each event, the competition is set to be fierce, producing some nail-biting moments for their fans. Among those participating in the finals in Abu Dhabi are the formidable Australian duo Matt Belcher, the 2014 World Cup gold medalist, and 2012 Olympic gold medalist Will Ryan, who helped him capture his 6th successive 470 title at the recently concluded World Championships. Abu Dhabi Sailing and Yacht Club is staging the final regatta in a series which started in Melbourne, Australia last December, before continuing with other qualifying events in the US, France and in China, among other cities. It was mentioned that all the racing action will take place in the waters around Lulu Island off the Abu Dhabi Corniche, presenting a great spectacle for visitors. The 2015 ISAF Sailing World Cup final concludes the prestigious annual series of Olympic sailing for the elite and professional sailors before heading out for the 2016 Olympics in Rio de Janeiro.
This year, as we commented and Matt Belcher commented in the conference, then the numbers are a little bit down because we are in a pre-Olympic year. Sailors have a very tight schedule. We are running a lot of Class World Championship, and they need to be ready for Rio. But despite of that, we have very, very top sailors here. For example, in laser, we have Brazil, the guy from Brazil, Robert Scheid. He's 5-time gold medalist. And we also have the #1 or 2 in the ranking world. And the laser radial, again, we have the #1 and the current world sailor. 470s, Matt Belcher and William Ryan. The #1 and #2, also from Australia, they are here. So we have a very, very good high-level competition.
The venue's fantastic. You know, it's got a lot of space and it's well run, and you know, it's a very top-level management, and it's also you know, very well supported by Abu Dhabi and the communities and the committees and everyone that's putting this event together. And for us as sailors, you know, we're really after top-level competition. We're after interesting and unique places to sail, so we can build our experience, and this venue has all of that. It's typically a light wind regatta venue, and it's something that, you know, particularly Will and I wanted to look at, and I guess we're really excited to get out on the waters again and hopefully you know, be able to defend our title from last year.
I'm really fortunate. Matthew and myself, we sail in the Olympic men's 470 discipline, which is 2 people in the one boat, and it's a crucial thing that the two of us can work together. You've got to have the same common goal, and you need to have a special coach, and we have that. We have Victor Kovalenko, who's a huge support to our team, and in a way he was the one that handpicked Matthew and myself to go on this journey and to have the chance to try to compete for gold in Rio. Matthew and I worked together alongside. I was a supporting training partner to him, to his successful journey to London Olympic gold, and yeah, now it's my turn to hopefully try to work hard and bring back what we're working towards.